Psalm 143, an earnest appeal for guidance and deliverance. Psalm 143 is a heartfelt prayer attributed to David, expressing both profound distress and unwavering trust in God. It opens with a plea for God's attention and mercy. David calls on the Lord to hear his supplications and respond in faithfulness and righteousness. Recognizing the impossibility of human perfection, he humbly acknowledges that no one can claim true righteousness in God's sight. This acknowledgement sets the tone for the psalm. The focus is not on human merit but on reliance upon God's character and mercy. The psalm vividly portrays a state of deep anguish. David describes his soul as persecuted, his life crushed, and his spirit overwhelmed. He likens himself to one dwelling in darkness, evoking a sense of hopelessness and despair. This honesty in expressing emotional and spiritual suffering underscores a central aspect of the human condition. There are moments when one feels isolated, oppressed, or near collapse. Yet, even amid such intense distress, the psalmist turns to God in supplication, demonstrating that lament and trust can coexist. In response to his suffering, David recalls God's past works. He meditates on the deeds of the Lord and reflects on the creative power displayed in all of God's handiwork. This remembrance serves as a spiritual anchor, reminding him of God's enduring faithfulness and prompting a renewed longing for divine presence, likened to a parched land thirsting for water. By reflecting on God's actions in history and in creation, David finds both comfort and hope. The psalmist's prayer becomes increasingly urgent, emphasizing the necessity of God's guidance. He implores the Lord not to hide his face and to provide direction in the path he should take. Beyond deliverance from his enemies, David seeks instruction in God's will, acknowledging that true safety and purpose come from walking in alignment with God's guidance. He expresses confidence that God's Spirit is good and capable of leading him in a life of integrity and uprightness. Finally, David appeals to God's character, requesting revival and deliverance for the sake of God's name and righteousness. He asks that his enemies be defeated, framing this request within the context of divine justice rather than personal vengeance. Throughout, he identifies himself as God's servant, emphasizing the relational nature of his appeal. His plea is grounded not in entitlement, but in trust and devotion. Overall, Psalm 143 presents a model of prayer that combines honest lament with steadfast faith. It highlights human vulnerability, the need for divine guidance, and confidence in God's mercy and justice. The psalm teaches that even in times of deep despair, one can turn to God with humility and hope, seeking not only deliverance from trouble but also direction, renewal, and the strength to walk faithfully in accordance with God's will.
Psalm 143, a Psalm of David. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Give ear to my supplications. In your faithfulness answer me, and in your righteousness. Do not enter into judgment with your servant, for in your sight no one living is righteous. For the enemy has persecuted my soul. He has crushed my life to the ground. He has made me dwell in darkness, like those who have long been dead. Therefore my spirit is overwhelmed within me. My heart within me is distressed. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all your works. I muse on the work of your hands. I spread out my hands to you. My soul longs for you like a thirsty land. Selah. Answer me speedily, O Lord. My spirit fails. Do not hide your face from me, lest I be like those who go down into the pit. Cause me to hear your loving kindness in the morning, for in you do I trust. Cause me to know the way in which I should walk, for I lift up my soul to you. Deliver me, O Lord, from my enemies. In you I take shelter. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. Your spirit is good. Lead me in the land of uprightness. Revive me, O Lord, for your name's sake. For your righteousness' sake, bring my soul out of trouble. In your mercy cut off my enemies and destroy all those who afflict my soul, for I am your servant.